Okay, I'm here to talk to you about something integral to modern American society. We know them, we hate them, we love them. The classics. The classics, okay? Top Model, Idol, Project Runway, and the most pointless of them all, Survivor. Survivor is pointless, okay, because they're not even competing for a career or learning something that's gonna help them later in life. They're learning how to live on a remote island, which you literally only have to know if you're competing on Survivor, so. Also, on shows like these, the tagline is always something like, to win, they must survive, which begs the question, would they let them die? Day 1 of filming season 13 of Survivor France, Gerald Babin dropped dead of dehydration, which subsequently canceled the season, not the show. Also, the remote island they dropped him off at was just Cambodia. They have hospitals there. This is a picture of me dehydrated. I survived. Michael Paredes died on Wipeout, but I don't actually remember how because I keep getting him mixed up with the other guy who died on Wipeout. And in 2013, a helicopter crashed, there's more, but this is the end of my thing. A helicopter crashed while filming a military-themed reality show for Discovery Channel, and although we don't know if this was a competition because it never aired because everyone died, it did have to do with the military, which is inherently a dick measuring contest. I don't actually know what. I didn't put that there. Anyway, on to what I really wanted to talk to you about. Did I just spit popcorn at someone? I'm so sorry. A subsect of reality competitions, dating competition shows. Now, you've got cult classics like Flavor of Love, I Want to Marry Harry, your modern marvels, that's gonna be your Love Island, Are You the One, Love is Blind, and we can't forget the OG, the one, the only, The Bachelor. Now, a big question with all these shows is, are they effective? They all say that, okay? Are they effective? Do they work? Well, I did a bunch of math. I compared the number of couples that are still together today to the total number of couples they've ever tried to sell on the show. That's how I got the percentages. Now, I won't linger, but I will point out that I know by their definition, 90 Day Fiancé is not a competition. Can you see my handshake? That's crazy. I'm so chill. But I had to include that statistic, okay, because I find it really interesting that a show that very plainly highlights arranged marriages and government contracts over love and Western fairy tale ideology has that many couples still together today. That is higher than the national average of marriages. So who goes on these shows, because you can Google those statistics. I also emailed them to everyone. What kind of people would do this? They are either the worst people in the world, your infamous wrong reasoners, and how I feel about that is, okay, shut up. They want to go to get famous? Let them, okay? It's not fair to the people who are here for love. Okay, all's fair in love and war. And this is both. Or they truly believe they will find love on this show, which means they have the worst friends in the world. It's not that nobody wants you, it's that you're still in college. Where are your parents? Okay, dating competition shows have an entirely different set of stakes. I can hear you talking. Have an entirely different set of stakes because the goal of them is to get married at the end, and these are your options? Assholes and weaklings? You try to find a nice way to say morons, it's not there. So why do we watch these shows instead of feeling bad for these people, seeing them as humans, victims even of a Disney-fueled, naively romantic society we were all forced into, because of the editors. The editors are the ones who give the contestants job titles like Crypto Guy, Twins, or even Canadian. Also, can we take a second to look at these ages? I'm not lying. These girls have terrible friends. The editors will put a giant censor box over a perfectly normal butt to make her swimsuit seem much smaller than it actually was, create scandal. They're the ones who will cut a clip of someone saying, "I never said that," next to a flashback of them saying exactly that. They are funny, I will admit. But the editors couldn't do what they do without the producers. And the producers are the ones who told him it was totally chill and normal of him to pour tears into his eyes in front of a rolling camera. They're the ones who convinced a gaggle of women. Wait, first of all, we love that, right? We tip our hat to them for that, I will say. They are also the ones who convinced a gaggle of women that this guy was Prince Harry Windsor. And they're the ones who are really at the root of every fight in reality history. You know, I heard she called you a bitch. Do you feel like you should confront her about that? You should. Here's a pretty solid example of how the producers and the editors work together. We all know about the golden cups on Love is Blind. Hey, if you don't know, educate yourselves. I'm not going to tell you. The producers give them these cups so the editors can Frankenstein their conversations together however they want without us noticing. They make quite the little team. I like to call them the game makers. Classic producer move right there. But I do want you to remember what's happening here. So the end goal is marriage. They are playing to legally bind themselves to another human being for life. The producers are manipulating them into it, and the editors are making it fun to watch. Last year, we saw a woman, this one, be emotionally abused in front of the entire nation, and we ate it up like a goddamn football game, didn't we? We forget that these are not actors, okay? These are real people getting their lives real destroyed. I know it's funny. They are getting their lives real destroyed. In 2008, there was a boom in reality TV due to the writer's strike in 2007, which I will admit gave us some gems. But mostly it gave us duds and things I never want to see again. Because of that strike's reality boom, there will likely be another one soon. And because of the growing popularity of shows like these, they will come with an uptick in people trapped in unwanted relationships and marriages with lame, boring, and even dangerous people. So I think I will just rewatch I Want to Marry Harry and stay away from Perfect Match, because Netflix will cancel shows without even a reason. So it doesn't hurt to give them one. And now, I promise the rest of the show will be so much more fun than this ending was. But thank you for listening. I'm Jo Wild.